Hey, family, it's Herbalist Viola. I know I'm going to do a part two because I wasn't sure if everybody asked a whole lot of questions, and I didn't really want to speak that early in the morning, and possibly some kids was probably on the line, and I know I want to say it's probably like 6 o'clock, or I hope it's not 5 o'clock. Let me see. See, yeah, it could be like 5 o'clock in California, but maybe they're not on. So hopefully I just got only East Coast and in Central or whatever time. But hopefully. But anyway, family. Yeah, I say I'm a little tired. I had a long day. Been up since early this morning, trying to get a whole lot of stuff done. But if y'all have questions, definitely get on because I know I was speaking a little about the sexual organs. And what we don't realize is when your pituitary gland is off, you're off. And that's what I was speaking yesterday. And I wasn't sure if anybody had any questions. I didn't see too much in the chat. And I did go back and look inside of the in my comments, and there's no comments. But this book right here by Dr. Lilia Africa. Yeah, look. If I hear his name, I'll say it. But Dr. Alea or Africa, this is an excellent book. I mean, excellent book. It's a holistic self-diagnosis. Now, I know maybe a couple of years ago, I was saying it's a difficult read, but it isn't if you actually take a herbalism course, and if you took any like biology courses, or if you know about the body and really read the book, this book would be an easy read. But when you first look at it and read it, it's a little off. But if you actually read it, it's an excellent book because it pinpoints. And man, I was reading the book earlier and I was looking, I was like, is this book kind of like telling me? Because like if you look at your hand, and they tell you about your hand, how you can read about when kind of like what illnesses sets in, like really when your body is tired. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm gonna put it well. It was like basically, how people read your palm and say they can tell you when you're gonna die. Well, this book kind of tells you when your body's gonna be really at its kind of like at its worst from what I'm reading the book. Now, let me see. Let me see if I actually because I kept going back. Yes. So it's like on page 199. I actually opened the book, and it's here when it goes into the palm reading. If y'all can see, is and this book, like on this side, let's see on this side, this book kind of like tell you the age to where your health may be in jeopardy. And from what I'm reading, it seemed like it can give you a time frame when you could transition. Now, I'm not saying that that's what it is, but that's from what I'm looking at. I'm like, wow. So if you look at your hand, this book is just dynamic. I know my line go all the way down, but it's a break. And it's a break. And I'm like, well, you know, how significant is that? So to me, I'm looking at my hand, and you can look at your hand. If you get this book would narrow down some of the ways to where you can kind of like protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real careful with my words, but it's like the book can narrow down and tell you when your body's going to be at its worst, when it's best to do certain things. Like I was telling you about the eyes, and I was saying I could see the patches where it was saying that, it was like it was signaling, cancer. And I was like, wow, this book is dynamic and on point. And I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, especially this part when it was showing how the colon is, like you say right here. When you see right here, you see how people colon is. And I was like, a healthy colon versus ill colon is just pretty dynamic. And make sure I put my thing back in this book, because um now I wanted to put this part because people don't realize how significant their body is. Now, it does get into a lot of areas, and I'm trying to uh, block off some stuff, but it talks about the woman's breast right here. And this is what I was saying about when our lymph nodes are clogged, and you can see right here, it tells you about the clogged in the breast, to where it's showing um, um, lumps in your breast, to where if it's, cancerous or non-cancerous. And this is the main reason why I want you guys to make sure. I'm gonna tell you, your gut health is so vital. Hands down, your gut health is so vital, and we ignore it. We ignore it about, don't care if we go to the bathroom, don't care if we do number two, and number two is significant. It's significant because you're holding waste, urine as well, but the bowel is worse, because both of them is the worst, but the bowel is worse because your body reabsorb it. I know a lot of people will be like, nah, I ain't worrying about that. But if you think about your health right now, the state of your health, if you think about, like, I was speaking to a lady earlier today, and she was telling me, you know, and I don't, like, I don't know how to put this. It's like when I speak to people, it's like sometimes they'll share a little bit, but they don't share everything. Like the lady was saying, she had a headache, and I patched her, and her headache was going away. But I also, was showing her different things about the TV, about the bedroom, about sleep, about, rosemary, just light, the internet. I was just giving her all these scenarios why, she is having such headaches. And I'm saying her headaches where they're nonstop. She get up in the morning, she got a headache. She's laying down, she got a headache all day. So I don't know. I mean, she said that she don't normally come to the flea market, and she haven't been in a while. Something just led her to me, and I told her I appreciate it. I'm glad she came to me, and I'm glad she was open to talk. But as she was proceeding to leave, she told me there was something else going on. And I was like, look, we definitely need to talk. I said, we definitely need to talk. And if y'all come see me in person, I will talk with you. I will talk with you. You tell me little things that's going on, and I'll give you some suggestions. I know I am not diagnosing nothing, but I'm just giving her some suggestions that which she can look at, because like I said, as herbalists, we look at the root cause, the root issue. What is really going on with you? Yeah, you can go to your physicians, they do all the labs, because I don't have access to any labs. I just know that I'm just concerned about the different organs in your body, your cellular level, what you're doing, what you're not doing. And I noticed that the majority of the people are not using the restroom like they need to use. They're not using the bathroom at all. Now, I know y'all may think it's insignificant, but it's vital. It's vital that you go, and make sure you're going enough. Now, I say it all the time. Make sure you go 3 times a day. People are like, nah, I can't do that. And I'm like, why? If you're eating 3 to 4 meals, and you're eating meat each and every meal, it's vital. I don't care what you say, it's vital. And I was looking in the book. And it was here is talking about the circadian rhythm. So Dr. Lelea Africa was talking about digestive system, the circadian rhythm, and he has it down here on this page right here, with the colon. He has it right down here at the bottom. If you guys can see that, it says digestive system down here, and it's just saying when the process elimination, when you chew and when you take in the food. So he has a timeline. So he is saying when you're eating and digestion, it's good to do it from noon to 8 o'clock. Noon to 8. Now, and remember, that's eating and digesting. So not saying that you need to eat past 8 o'clock. I wouldn't eat past 4 or 5. If you have a heavy meal, I would wait. I would not eat past 4 o'clock. And I'm saying that significantly for a reason. Now, if you got a different schedule of when you work, and if you work in like different hours, then you need to adjust your time to where you're eating that time frame during your time. So let's say if you going to sleep at 4, then you should adjust your time 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours, and not eat during that time. Now I'm gonna say this: wherever you live is good. I mean, I know people got to have a night job because sometimes I love working at night. If y'all don't know, nighttime is like the easiest shift. It's the easiest shift. Unless you're downrange or here and vice versa, it's not an easy shift. It's not an easy shift. It's shift is actually busy, but civilian wise, it's an easy shift. You know, people a little laid back. You know, you get a lot of work done. Everybody sleeps, so it's more calmer. Things are different. But you know, when you go into work and leaving work, traffic is easy. You know, it's little less light. But the stress is graveyard shift. So when you got graveyard shift, when it says the circadian rhythm, when you're looking at your digestive circadian rhythm, it's critical that you go with the normal time. So if it says eat, if it says eat between noon and 4, then you need to eat between noon and 4. I'm just saying, even if you eat a little bit, it's good to eat between noon and 4. And then from 4 to 8, that's when the digestive is breaking down. And here it says absorption and use. This is when your body's absorbing and using. That means your body is taking on the whatever you're eating. And that's from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. You're like, what? Yes. This is when your body is absorbing. A lot of times y'all don't realize when your body is actually using what you eat. Now you see why it's good to break down. Now you see why it's good not to eat before noon. And you're like, well, you said this. When I say eat a little bit of fruit, do you know how quick fruit digests in your body? And I mean digest very fast. We're talking about 20 or 30 minutes. We're talking about by the time you go out, by the time it exits. But with this rhythm, remember when you're eating fruit, it all depends on which fruit it is. Fruit digests and use in your body so fast. That's why I'm always saying blend and juice. So if you blend it and juice it, it's just going down like a smoothie. Now I'm not really telling you to put a whole lot of stuff like my green smoothie. That's a meal. That is a meal. So that's perfect to eat between noon and 4. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But all that other stuff y'all eat, and I'm telling you, keep it light, keep it simple. The body likes simple stuff. Do juice, do blender, do like 1 or 2. Don't go like 4, 5, and 6. It's good to do like maybe 4 or less. I would stick with 4 or less so your body can eliminate all that stuff. And here, when it says elimination of the body, now the elimination is 4 a.m. to noon. 4 a.m. to noon. So when your body is getting all that stuff that you slept on, hear me out, that you slept on, that's when it comes out in the morning. You be like, man, I didn't really think about that. It all depends on what time you wake up from noon to, from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon. It just tells you when you eliminate. And most of the time, that's when people have a real good stool. I mean, a real good stool, a good healthy stool that's long. I'm talking about from here to here. You'll have that long where you're like, oh, I'm glad I got that out. That's why if you wake up in the morning, it's good to get like a glass and make sure you get some warm water, not room temperature, but a little warm. If you do that with a little bit of salt, just a little bit of cayenne pepper, just 1 drop of cayenne pepper, and it's up to you if you want to squeeze a lemon or lime, just a little, just don't not a lot. But if you make it real warm, and I mean warm to where it just like soothes, like if you had some mentholyptus and it just soothed. But if you put just maybe 1 grain of salt, makes you shake it up and drink it down. I can't guarantee, I'm not going to say guarantee, but within 1 or 2 hours, you will move your bowels. I'm just saying, you will move your bowels because that warmthness, remember, I don't want you drinking anything cold. I'd rather you drink something nice and warm, like a little bit of a nice tea. But I ain't saying drink in the morning, but I'm just saying I don't want you just doing plain water. Don't want you doing plain water because it's going to take a little bit longer for your body to get it in for it to hydrate. But when you get that warm water, I don't know what it does, but it goes down and you feel it, and it feel like it goes straight to your colon. It feel like it just goes straight there. But like within, that's why I try. Well, I don't try. I make sure I go outside, walk around in the grass. I'll do my meditation, I do my deep breathing. No, I don't brush my teeth till like maybe an hour to 2 hours after I wake up. Some people like, this is what you do. I mainly try beeline and go outside. It depends on, what the weather is and if it's light outside. Most of the time I do my deep breathing exercises. I go to the bathroom. I'll drink me the warm, whatever. Most of the time I will have warm water because I have my machine and it gives hot water. So I'll go ahead and put something cold that I have, like if I have some tea or juice or whatever, I'll put a splash in here. I'll put a splash and then I use the water. And then most of the time, most of the time, if you ever want to know what I'm drinking and like it's something brown, most of the time it's cayenne pepper or turmeric or ginger. I just make sure I do that. And I do it on purpose because most of the time you don't know what your body needs. Most of the time we do not know what our body needs. But ginger, cayenne pepper and turmeric, whew, and a little bit of lime or a little bit of salt or Celtic salt, sea salt. I'd rather do it's sea salt, hands down Himalaya than Celtic salt. So, and just make sure y'all checking which salt y'all, because sometimes you be like, well, I'm just gonna get any salt. No, don't just get any salt. I promise you. Don't get any salt, family, because you never know what you're actually doing. And I don't want it be like little razor blades in your arteries. You'd be like, what? Yeah. That's I know you know what I'm talking about. But just in general, I just want to make sure that I tell you how significant is for you to go to the bathroom. And yes, we're talking about moving that bowels because, like I said, the last video when I was talking about your eyes, just lupus, high blood pressure, diabetes. I don't care what your issue is. We talk about cancer. We talk about all this. If your body's not right in your body, I'm telling you, if your digestive system and your elimination, meaning if you are still full of poop and if you're not urinating, I'm talking about emptying, it's going to be a little difficult. It's going to be a little difficult because you got to get your body in alignment. You got to make sure you're going and emptying. You want to empty everything out. And I know I was going back to when I was talking about detoxification and people thinking about doing a whole full body cleanse. Now, I don't have the chart on me. Let me see if I can find the chart. I had the chart where it speaks about how fast stuff gets out your body. Let me see, because on here it does have it. Here it's saying salads and raw vegetables, it takes 2 hours. Here it says properly combined meal without flesh. So if you have a proper meal without any meat, it takes 3 hours, right? We're talking about for the digest and get out your stomach. Here it says properly combined meal with flesh 4 hours. Now this is in your stomach. This is in your stomach, and it says any improperly combined meal 8 hours. 8 hours. People don't realize how long you have stuff in your digestive tract. I'm just saying. Now it's about parsley. It takes an hour. Here says lemon, Irish moss, an hour and a half. Grapes, avocados, olives, raspberries, an hour and a half. Gets down to blueberries. Sweet cherry. It's just saying whole bunch of garlic, beets. In here, it just tells you the digestion hours. I don't know if you see it right here. Let me make sure you see it. It's gonna focus, but right here, this book is, outstanding. This book is so, and we're still on this book right here with Dr. Layla Africa. This book is, dynamite. So it's always good to Get you some books because we're just talking about wellness, making sure you're well. And honestly, I'm just talking about y'all need to poop. We need to make sure we go in and making sure we clean out. Ain't saying you're gonna be clean, because if you're constantly eating, your body's gonna be constantly working to push all that stuff out. Yes, your body's gonna try to get as much nutrients as possible, but most of the time, because I know if you sit down, family, if you actually sit down and look at your meal, right? If you actually sit down and look at your meal, and I'm talking about properly, improperly, whether you got meat on there, dairy, and look, eggs is meat, hands down. Let me just say that eggs is meat, cheese is meat, honey's meat, but it's that's a whole other animal. A whole other animal, because I rather eat honey than all the other fleshly stuff. I'd rather do that. But I just want to make sure I clarify when people say, what about seafood? What about shrimps? Look, shrimps, mussel, you name it, fish, crab legs, seafood, not seaweed, not sea vegetables, but we're talking about animal. It's still meat. Y'all hands down. We can't talk about the pig and the lamb. And they said, what about the chicken and the other eggs? If you're eating other animal eggs, you're still eating meat, family. You still eat, no matter what egg it is, no matter what. Now, if y'all sit there and talk about, well, and somebody did ask me this, and I hate to say this, but they were saying how, when a plant pulls stuff out, isn't it seeds the eggs? And I'm like, did they really just ask me that? And I was like, no, that is totally something different. That is totally something different. Those seeds to help you go back and grow, you know, other fruits and vegetables. But I just wanted to say that. So when I be speaking of meat, no, you are eating meat, so the egg is going to take a while. Let me see if it says anything about eggs, because mainly on here it's just talking about cranberries, bananas. It takes 3 hours for bananas, and I always tell you, go on the digestive chart. Go print you out a digestive chart and put it on the refrigerator. Same thing with food combination chart. Get your food combination chart, put it on your refrigerator, so you know how to combine your food and how to eat your food and how to look at your plate and see if you have something natural, nutritious, because you want nutritional, you want a nutritional meal. You want something that's going to give you your daily recommended vitamins and minerals, your healthy fats, so your body can thrive. You know, when I'm speaking of your body only needs oxygen and liquids. Only because, come on now, when you eat food, it turns into liquids, family, no matter what. It's turned into liquid smush, mush, whatever. And when it goes inside of your stomach is going to churn it. Your stomach is going to take care of it and let it go through. And then when it get into your intestines, when it gets through your intestines, that's when your body's going to reabsorb, and then you're going to get, either nutrition, or you're going to get toxin, you're going to get poison, you're going to get whatever you put in your body. Whatever you put in your body's going to slowly take care of whatever you're trying to eat, whatever you're trying to eat. Now, just want to say that, because most of the time, they even says Brussels sprouts, horseradish, and turnips. Remember, I was saying that the vegetables take a little bit longer. Here it says 4 hours. So you're like, wow, yes, 4 hours. And down here, look, on here don't even have meat. On here, I'm looking on here, because we don't care about meat. This is the herbalist. He ain't caring about y'all eating no pork chops, no potato chips. Yes, some potato chips, because you gotta think, when y'all got a potato chip, the potato chips got different oils in it, and then it has different salts on it. Then it has this product on there that's blocking your receptors and making you eat more than you need to eat. So they put this imaginary juice on there, put a preservative on there, and you don't know what the hell you eating. That's why I be like, man, y'all ever took a chip out of bag and the chip tastes kind of like, man, why is there so much salt? It has a little salt and sugar. You be like, man, and your brain be like, ooh. Give me some more. That's why you eat the whole bag. You eat the whole bag. You be like, wait a minute, did I just eat the whole bag? And you down at the bottom, the bag's half full anyway. You be having a big bag like this. But no potatoes like $6, $7. You're like, wait a minute. Did I just pay $5? And I gave them a 10. They gave me like $3 and some change back. I don't know about y'all. I exaggerate, but the bag be like $5.99. That's still $7. I don't know about y'all. Tell me, am I right? Hey, Moonflower Herbal Wellness. I appreciate you on. I really appreciate you on. But be honest, y'all look at this stuff and you look at, you eating, you putting stuff, you do not know what you're eating. All I know is your brain's excited because your brain got that sweet taste and the sweet and salt, and you be tearing that bag up. The bag be this big, it be that much, and you ate more than 10 chips because a serving be like a handful, and that's just 4 or 5 chips, and you like 90 more, and you eat the whole bag, and you still hungry. You like, man, because I've done it. I've done it. I sat there, ate the whole bag, and I'm like, dang, I was big to eat the whole bag. And we talk about this is less than 2 weeks ago. This is in a span of 2 weeks that I had a whole bag of chips. Who chips it was? It was my mom. My mom, she had some chips in there, and I'm like, man, I sure want some chips. I tore that bag up and then regretted it later. So I did a cleanse. I don't know about y'all, but 2 days I did a cleanse. I just fast. I just said, well, I don't have them chips. I need to get it out because we do not know. I wanted to speak on this real quick. We don't know what oil they use. Y'all don't know what oil they use. You don't know if they use palm oil, the canola oil. You don't know if they use the vegetable oil or just plain damn near pork. We don't know if it's lard. You be reading, you be like, just like I got the toothpaste. So I want to show y'all the toothpaste real quick. But you be reading ingredients. You be like, what? And you don't know what you ate because the names is all this big old long name, and you be trying to find in this. You be like, wait a minute. Siri, what is blah 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 blah? And it'd be like, nope, that's not it. You be trying to go something, and you be like, I do not know what that word is. And then when you find out what that word is, you mad as all get out. You are pissed because you're like, did I just really eat that? That's why it's best to make your own. That's why it's best to make your own chips in the air fryer. Remember I was talking about that before? In the air fryer. And some people put oil in there, right? You be like, why do they put oil? They be putting butter and different things in there. And I'm like, man, you clogging your arteries? Do you know what you actually doing with these different oils? And like I said, I was trying to find about the digestive chart on here. It just shows fruits and vegetables. But when you go in your phone, you can actually go online and just Google how long it takes to digest. And I used to just go right to it. Maybe I can find it real quick. But we're talking about meats, we're talking about oils, we're talking about getting it out your body. We're talking about for you to do a good cleanse, a good deep cleanse to where it's all coming out. Because a lot of us will just do a 3-day, 5-day, 15-day. But you don't realize that to get every drop or any, and I'm not talking about cutting your hair, but we're talking about to get any remnants of meat out your body. I want to say it takes 3 to 6 weeks. I don't know if, hey guys, I don't know if she has it in it. Baby said mixed chips. Okay. Yeah, olive oil and C. Yes. You said when you can't do it yourself. Okay. Nah, I appreciate that, guys, because a lot of times we out here buying something thinking that, we're going to get something real quick and don't realize that it's the worst thing we did was bought them chips. And you be knowing where the good chips is. You be knowing out of all people. I'm like, I know I can call Herbalist Luna to tell me what chips is the best. Because same thing when I be doing the baby food, I be calling Coach Marie. I be like, which one that you getting? And she'll tell me which way to go. But I had that slide and I didn't even make sure it was in the front. But on here it shows you how long it takes to oil out your body. Sometimes it takes 3 months, fam. That's why I said you got to prep yourself to get to make sure you want to do a total body cleanse. Like a total body cleanse, really go get that duck flower. You be like, girl, you crazy. I'm serious enough. I'm serious. Sometimes is that exactly what we need because we just don't know. You just don't know what you don't know. Let me see if I can get it real fast. I got all my grandbaby pictures in here. But it's one clip that tells you exactly how to get all of the oil, and it tells you how long it takes. Yeah, I should have pulled it up earlier, but I'm not going to really worry about it. You see, I'm still doing it. I'm still not going to worry about it. But it's a lot of stuff in here I can really be talking about because here's just, they says many aren't. Oh, yeah. This is a perfect one. This one's telling y'all not really, your stomach, you're not fat. That's just poop. Y'all see it right here. Let me, I thought, oh, wait, the camera's right here. Right here. It says many aren't fat right here. Let me see. But have between 5 to 25 pounds of toxic waste sitting in their colon. And you see where it's showing, uh, is showing right there. Even if you got a little pudge, just a little pudge, it tells you how much poop you have. Like right here, you look right here, it tells you how much poop you have inside of your colon. And right here it says cleaning the colon 1 to 2 times per year is vital to eliminate toxins that cause weight gain, digestive issues like constipation, IBS, bloating, and yeah, and down there says, here's what to do. Y'all already know what to do. Clean out your colon. Clean it out. Because when I told you the easiest, like y'all can go and buy my colon cleanse. Let me see if it's up here. You see me looking. It's way up the top. I can't reach it. I'm not going to worry about it. But I tell you about the colon cleanse. And I got other things, the teas. I even have a gut wash. And I need to put that gut wash on my page because it's easy. Like I do the BC powder. Y'all know I take the BC powder for the headache. Well, I take it'd be like it's not this, but it'd be a patch. It'd be a pouch this size, and it's, you either can do half the pouch or the whole pouch. Just pour it in your mouth, drink water, just pour it until you get it off. Don't inhale because you might get some of the dust and some of the powder going in your mouth. And you could take it, and that will help you eliminate. And I tell you about the cucumber and the pineapple, where you can do a little bit of ginger. Some people celery, some people green apples. But if you just do mint and mainly juicing, just a little bit, like you can do that much garlic, but you could put a lime in there, a lime. But cucumbers and pineapples is the best colon wash. Now I know people like, well, I did it and a lot didn't get out. Then I'm like, then what else did you eat? Well, I ate this. Now, if you're gonna do a cleanse, why are you eating other things? Won't you just use the juice the recipe and drink that all day long? You like, it may take a little bit long for it to get out. Then that's when it's good to go out there and walk. A lot of us don't realize that we sitting, it's not good to sit. That's why I like to move around. Every so often I just move around. Like right now, when y'all be seeing me move, I be doing it on purpose, move my legs. That's only because it was just sad that I witnessed someone pass away. I mean, drop dead because they had a blood clot and the blood clot killed them and I didn't know. And all I had to do was, we was in a car riding for a long time. Matter of fact, in a vehicle riding for a long time, and I thought they were playing around and they wasn't. So it just bothers me. So that's why I'm always moving and, make sure I'm like, y'all be like, she fidgety. I'm like, because you never know. You just don't know. A lot of people don't realize you can hit your arm, bruise your arm. You could, like, I remember I fell down the stairs. This is not funny. I fell down the stairs. I had bruise on my arms up, had bruise on the side because I caught myself. I mean, I caught myself mid-side. I just caught, and I went bam, and I fell on the steps. I hit my arm, And I remember that's when the doctor saw I had um, they call it Floria fusion. I can't even say the name, but they were saying that they saw, blood clots in my lungs. Now, if you think about that, that's dangerous. I mean, I was like, thank God I'm alive, because whew, that blood clot could have killed me. I mean, we just don't realize. We don't know. And you don't know what's really going on in your body. That's why it's significant when you have high blood pressure. It's significant that you make sure that you're keeping your blood flowing. That's the only reason why we're talking about this cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper right here. Now, not this one, because you want to make sure you do Everclear. Like the guy was telling about some rum. He was telling about rum. I was like, rum? I said, it sounds so smooth, but Everclear and vodka is the best one. Best one. Best. For the cayenne pepper. Yeah, I keep cayenne pepper. Yeah, I got to fill this one back up. Yeah, I'm always using cayenne pepper. Yeah, I just don't. I'm always having cayenne pepper tincture in the house, because I make sure I have for my mom. Usually I'll just do a little bit and have a little jar, and I just rotate that every 6 months. I'll just make sure I make that for my mom. Yep. So I put that much cayenne pepper in that breast, and it should be sitting in there. Sometimes I give it to other people as a gift, use it as a gift. But that's like the best thing. Now let's say study shows the beast that cayenne pepper does. Let's talk a little bit about cayenne pepper. And I know we're still talking about the colon, but cayenne pepper is known. Study shows that with my heart attack, strokes. Sometimes I joke around talking about nitroglycerin. You put that person gonna wake up. Study shows that it stops bleeding. This is why this is like the oh my gosh, it's like the best. I ain't about to tell my secrets, but cayenne pepper is, oh my gosh, it's the best. I'm trying to make sure I take care of my words, but I ain't talking about diagnosing, treating, cure, and prevent. I ain't talking about I'm not, talking about no medical condition, but we already know what cayenne pepper does. Studies already shows, like I said, people that have high blood pressure, they should be on cayenne pepper. They should have cayenne pepper in their purse, on their nightstand, in their pretend medicine cabinet, which I call it, in your apothecary. Matter of fact, you should make sure that you have, I don't know if you want to have this much, but you sure want to have 2 ounces. Let me see. Do I have any cayenne pepper up here? I don't think I have any cayenne pepper up here. Let's see, because it was. Let's see. No cayenne pepper up here. But nope. But I would keep cayenne pepper on me at all times. Men, if you drive trucks, have some cayenne pepper in your truck. Just don't leave it in your truck when it gets hot, but you need cayenne pepper. I don't even care if you just have diabetes, have some cayenne pepper. Y'all really don't know what's going on with your kidneys. I'm going to just say, you don't really know what's going on with your kidneys. You don't know what's going on with the inflammation. Now, study shows, it's already proven that this helps with pain, helps with inflammation. A lot of people don't really want to face exactly what cayenne pepper does. Cayenne pepper goes in there. Study shows it opens up your arteries. You know how your blood's all just clumped up and y'all don't realize that? Cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper, cayenne pepper, cayenne pepper, cayenne pepper. But I want you to have the tincture, not just regular cayenne pepper and you just putting it in your water and you shaking it up. No, get the tincture. That means put it in some alcohol, like I was just saying, rum, Everclear. I was just saying that. Like, I would love for you to buy a non-grain alcohol, but that's when it's the big bucks. That's when we got to be charging a little bit more. Now you see why our price is a little high, because you're paying for our recipe. You're paying for our secrets. And people don't realize that. You don't put the value. And another value you don't put on is, this is the original medicine. Studies already show, hands down, this is the original medicine. That's why we can brag with Dr. Layla Africa. We can brag with Dr. Sadie and all of the greats. All of the greats that's past, all the greats that's future. Like you have moonflower, herbal wellness. You have, Purple Sage Healthy Living. You got Four Cycles of Life. You got Very Wise Alternatives. You have so many people. You have the Third Vitality. He's going to Third Vitality Element. I'm probably saying it wrong. Where's this product? Probably saying his name wrong, but my bad. You got Awesome Herbs. You have so many greats. You have so many herbalists out here that's showing you, and we don't really put the true value like that. That's how much that costs. But if y'all really knew how much Tylenol really costs with codeine, if you really know how much those things cost, you'd be like, dang, I'm gonna go get these herbs. But we have to realize what's God stuff, Mother Nature, and what's, the stuff that's being a blocker. We gotta really listen to words when we talk about suppressive therapy, when we talk about practicing. I ain't practicing and I ain't giving no suppressive nothing. I may suppress and give you some, and I'm probably saying the word wrong, Jamina, and I know people laugh about that, but that's what I call it. It's way over there. But this is a sugar blocker. Same thing with, I want to say, with the garlic MSM. Y'all don't realize how some of these concoctions break things down and gets get the sugar where it needs to go, like directly right out your body. And this is the main reason why I'm talking about your colon and leaky gut, and making sure you go in so you eliminate and it goes out. It doesn't stay in. It doesn't be some stored toxic fat poison that you have in there. And you wonder why when you do a fast you feel worse. You're like, I'm getting worse. I need to go to the hospital. No, you don't. Just let it pass. Let it pass. Let it pass. You got a fever, you need to hydrate. And I say that. We get scared when a baby fever gets 104, 105, and you go to the doctor and the doctor say, yeah, you could have just been home with a little more Tylenol. They'll tell you that. But the baby's not hydrating. The baby's not, absorbing. Like on here, I was speaking about the time. The time process is right here again when it talks about the time process of when you're doing the digestive circadian rhythm, when you should eat with the appetite. And y'all see the times. I know the times is a little off, but y'all see it says, you know, where you eating. You should be eating afternoon, like from noon to like 4. If you push it to 5, it's fine. But from 5 to 8, right here, some from 5 to 8, your body's digesting. Yeah, it takes a long time. You be wondering why sometimes your stomach is still full, because sometimes you're gassy, bloated, and you need digestive enzymes, or the acidic in your stomach is not acidic because you're sitting there trying to drink some alkaline water, and I don't want you buying that. I don't want you wasting your money on the alkaline water, because I want your pH balance in your stomach to be acidic. I mean, down from a 1 higher than 3.5. I don't want it higher than 3. As a matter of fact, I don't even want it 3.5. I want it 3. I wanted 3. You got to make sure we doing and making sure we're not being off. That's why it's best not to drink and eat at the same time. It's not. You be like, why are you saying all this? If you realize what you're doing to your body, you're actually hurting your body. Instead of just listening to your body, really paying attention to your body, and be like, wait, I am not thirsty. Wait, I am thirsty. It's best to eat at a certain time. It's best to drink maybe an hour before, an hour after. Just try not to drink in between. Now, I wanted to talk about the toothpaste real quick. I'm just trying to show y'all how you can tell the different things on your toothpaste. Now, if you look at the toothpaste right here, this one has the green tab. So make sure, there we go. Now you see the green tab right here. That's where you see the indication of your toothpaste. And I wanted to talk about that. This one right here, I am not promoting, but this was the black seed. Oh, I can't even do it. Here we go right there. There we go right there. So this is the black seed oil. Did I show the name? This is the black seed oil, and it says complete freshness care. And I use the toothpaste. I use the toothpaste that toothpaste restoration. I'll give that tomorrow. I'll give y'all that recipe tomorrow. But let me see if I can go ahead and show y'all while I talk about the toothpaste. This is why I talk about the toothpaste, like right here. If y'all look at that right now, here it says black is pure chemical. I'm just going to keep talking about that. Red, so they got the red is natural, but it has chemical composites. Blue is natural but medicine, and the green is all natural. I just like to keep saying it because I know we got different people that watch a different podcast, and this is a live podcast because I'm talking every day, and I just want to just follow up and show y'all this because yeah, I got about 15 more minutes, then I can run my mouth. 15 more minutes, and then I can run my mouth. But hey, Rudy, how you doing? He said this is, but I appreciate you too, goddess. But and I just wanted to show you that toothpaste because a lot of us we got the black and we swallowing this stuff, and then we wondering why, our stomach is upset. Why how we get metals and poisons and toxins in our body. And this is like one culprit right here. And I say culprit. Now, believe it or not, little things that you can do is like when you want to use alternatives, you make sure you get the baking soda without. I didn't bring my book in here. No. Make sure you get the baking soda without aluminum. Yes, there's baking soda that has aluminum in it, and we don't realize that. Yes. And a lot of us are brushing our teeth with aluminum. Now, the toothpaste that I have, the toothpaste restoration, it has mergums, it's mergum in there. It's neem, a little bit of activated charcoal, just a little bit. And I'll give y'all more tomorrow. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I have white oak bark and the clove. You could add clove if you want. A little bit of coconut. Now I wouldn't put coconut in there. I would leave it as a powder, and then when you put a little bit to the side, you could add the coconut, but make sure you use it in 7 days. Just make sure you use it in 7 days because the active ingredient. Y'all already know coconut is one of the a natural antibiotic. And we don't really look at that. We don't really think about that. Why you think it's good to do the oil pulling and spit it out, not in the sink, not in the toilet, but put it out either in the garden or put it in the trash can. It says to spit it out in the window, but it's put it in our trash can, because we don't really realize how we absorb stuff. And absorption is real, family. Absorption is real. Back to your colon. And the only reason why I'm keep going back to the colon, a lot of us, our colon is, and I mean it's just out of whack. We don't even realize, and we say, oh, I'm going twice a day, I'm going 3 times. Now it all depends on how much you eat and how backed up you are. Some people need to go 4 times, and you're like, 4 times. I look, fam, if you have a gut and it's protruding, that means you are not eliminated is necessary. You're not eliminated. Like I know you're not gonna get a flat stomach, but a lot of us are not. Like I can say for myself, I always kept a pudgy, and then it'll go flat. But I realized that I didn't have my gallbladder, and I needed a digestive enzyme. I needed some bile salts. I needed that because I was eating still fatty foods and was wondering why I was still feeling this, why I was feeling that, why was I bloated, why I was gassy, why was I still passing gas? Yes, because my stomach was just out of whack. I still wasn't eating proper. I was eating improperly. I was eating a lot of breads, and I didn't realize that watermelon doesn't go with everything. It doesn't. It does. We thought you eat some watermelon fried chicken. No, you can't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Eat the chicken by itself. Eat the meat by itself if you gotta have it. Eat the meat by itself so it can digest and it ain't cause no other worms and parasites in there just to go crazy. Now back to when I was speaking about the illnesses we first started. You still want to make sure that you're getting all of the meat out. I mean, all of the meat out, because if you really trying to, like I said, Dr. Sebi cured. He showed us. He showed us how diabetes, high blood pressure, AIDS, sickle cell anemia. We talk about cancer. We talk about all these things. You have to set your body up in the right environment. And I always go back to this: the right environment. If you're not eliminating, meaning if you're not pooping and urinating, then there's something else that's going wrong. There's something else that you need to change. There's some other things that you need to fix. Maybe you're not hydrated enough. Maybe you shouldn't drink that juice. I mean, if you're using a cane sugar and agave, I don't even care if you get the wrong stevia. Just don't do it. If you got to go like this with the stevia, I'd rather not have that. I'd rather not have that. You be like, Viola, what you doing? We're talking about having certain diseases, like y'all call diseases, and the doctor gave y'all a name, and y'all stuck on this name, and you ready to put it on you. That. Like I be saying about my bladder, I be like, nope. And that's what I be saying, cancel, cancel, cancel. But if we look at how we gonna get our bodies corrected, how you gonna get your bodies corrected? Hydration is key. Deep diaphragmatic breathing is key. And I mean key. But if you think 3 days that's it, no, you need more. We talking about cancer, family. We talking about high blood pressure. We talking about diabetes. We talking about some, heart disease. 3 days ain't gonna cut it. 3 days is a good start. It is a good start. Don't think it's not. Well, that's all I can do. No, you can give it a little bit more. I'm telling you, 21 days is a magic number. And the only reason why it's a magic is you can break a habit. You get past that 21, the 21st day, you be like, man, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad. Why y'all think with the fast, with y'all be in church and the church, the pastor be on, we need to do our 21-day fast. And look at Ramadan. I think they do 30. I want to say they do 30. Am I wrong? They do 30, right? Right? They do 30 days. I don't know. But I remember, I think it's 30 days because when I worked at the church, man, it be all month long, and I'd be like, all right, we got this to do, that to do. They gonna come in here, they got their shoes, and we love them, and it was good. And Mr. Hassan, he was just good people in Maryland, but it's just a lot of things, that little simple things that we need to do our body, we don't. If you are having issues with either diarrhea, constipation, IBS, just these things, look at what you're eating. Just like when I started to speak about, when you look at your meal, if you look at your meal and your meal it's uneven, and I mean you got more meat on, you got more flesh than anything else, you don't have anything in there that is going to give you a nutritional value. Nothing. And if you're eating soda, well, drinking soda, eat it. If you're drinking soda, and if you're drinking cow milk and having dairy, and you're my people, you got this mocha brown. I don't care if you high yellow, albino, or down to deep purple black. We're lactose intolerant. Our bodies don't like no cow. Matter of fact, our bodies don't like no meat at all. I already said it. It don't. You be like, well, I gotta have the meat. This, I got this red blood. I got this. I got that. Let me tell you, God made plenty of things out there. Mother Nature made plenty of things out there for your body to take, for your body to be fine. But our people, the sun, the people that's originally here, where we at? The people that's been here when the lights was on, when they put that Statue of Liberty out here, we've been here. The same people that been here in Total Island, we know from, we talking about, all of a sudden, it seems so funny, 1893, you got all written down who all came here and got pictures, but you ain't got no pictures of us. You got no pictures because you don't want to show. You don't want to see what was here. They don't show no pictures, and they gonna paint us another color. But y'all know what them pictures are. I know what them pictures are. You know what them pictures are, because there's always a painter, and you see the old time books, and they always will, like in the Huckleberry Finn, he talked about a brown boy, and y'all want to whitewash that out. We have to stop changing. This was what I was talking about. Main reason why I had this thing, because we are starting to wake up and see things and starting to hear things, especially being on TikTok, finding out who we really are. Now it's going to come out more and more, and I want you to be ready and prepared. That's why I said success in your routine. Success is in your routine. Rewind your brain, getting your mind right. Because when that pain comes and you alienate yourself, I want you out of that pain. I want you out of the fight or flight. I want you growing. I want you growing into your gifts. It's time for you to be wealthy. It's time. If you're already wealthy, it's good. But I want you to stay in your wealth. I want you to stay in your power. I want you to love yourself. And I know it's a lot, but we are the original people here. And I remember, I talked about on my podcast earlier. I remember when it was time to play Cowboys and Indians. I told my brother I always wanted to be the Indian. I didn't want to be the cowboy. And it was so funny because I was remember like, dang, even at a young age, I knew I was like, man, Indian. I'm like, yeah, we Indians. We Indians. And it's so funny because you see all the pictures and then that's when your character get assassinated. You're like, well, dang, what did I do? Because I told you the truth. And if you see all these stories, go look at Dane Calloway. I just posted it on my Facebook. I want to say either yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I listened to it twice today. And it just gave you the chills because all we want to do is to be. That's it. And if y'all ever notice that you got this arrogance about yourself, you got this aura about yourself, yeah, because your body knows that you're kings and queens and gods and goddesses and prince. You already know that. You're actually in your gift, but you've been so dumbed down and whitewashed and everything's been compiled on you. You feel something, you just don't know what it is. It's egging you, it's pushing you. You at a job trying to chase a check and it's pushing you like, wait. I feel something. This. Then you wonder why men are like so angry and turned off and the little boys and all that because we know something. We just want to be. We just want to be left the hell alone and do what we got to do, take care of our families and live because we already know we're wealthy. We already know we're wealthy. We already see the times. That's why I'm telling y'all go watch Dane Calloway. Telling you to go watch Dane Calloway. He's showing these videos. Big Judah showing the videos. You know, my brother's talking to y'all guys, telling y'all stories, and y'all gotta read the stories. Y'all gotta really read the stories. But when your character be assassinated, you be like, wow, man. That's what's going on, and we are, and I bet it's part of one of the Simpsons. I bet we just missed that episode. I bet we missed that episode because I was like, dang, all these things happening, and look, I ain't gonna ever commit suicide. So if anything happened, that wasn't me. I'd commit suicide. No, no. I ain't doing nothing crazy. I'm just speaking and I'm saying, looking at Dan Calloway, and he just here to make us think. And I'm like, what? And it shakes you. And you just, like I said, you just want to be, lift your head a little higher, that 6 degrees, walk around, do you, and lead with love. Lead with love. And I ain't saying do anything crazy. I just said lead with love. And we got to forgive. We got to forgive. We got to love ourselves. I mean, really, truly love ourselves. And I hope each and every day you've been waking up, you've been talking to yourself, uh, having gratitude, being thankful, speaking well of yourself. I mean, I'm saying soup your head up like, I'm saying, you not the most high, but you the most high right hand man. You the right hand woman. You right there. And they're like, what is she talking about? But I'm just saying it's so much happening. When they tell me some portals and this and that and this and all the stuff you seeing, all I'm saying is wake up because a lot of stuff is right there in front of your face. And I want you to see. I want you to see, really see, because that was just incredible how this man took 2 glasses of water. He took 2 glasses of water. He put hate on one jar, love on the other. And then you can see what happened to that water, to happen to this water. Do the thing yourself. Do the same thing yourself. And you got to remember, we're like 70% water. 70%. So we're 70% water. What you think you're telling yourself? What do you think you're telling yourself? Every cell in your body hears everything you say. I mean, everything you say. That's what I said. Hold on to your energy. Love you. You make sure you'll be the greatest gift. You make sure you're loving yourself, because that's the greatest love of all. You loving yourself and really loving yourself. Because God is right there inside of you, right there with you every single day, even though the devil's all around, because the devil's all around playing and teasing you and doing a lot of stuff in dark. And then you go to light and you be like, what I do? Where do I go? Why is this? Why is that? Speak life. Oh, I know. I got this. I know. I just want to be. I love this song with there's a song with Gladys Knight, and she said to be. I've been listening to that song. It's a beautiful song. And I was speaking on when I was talking about I want to be cowboys and Indians. I was laughing a bit about that. And then on Dane Calloway, he had this. I mean, this was a powerful, powerful clip when they got us believing we're African Americans. And I'm like, how are we African American? I'm like, how are we African American? It always puzzled me, right? But you can't say that, because they be like, shut up and, do what I say, instead of telling you what the great grandparents said. And I knew my granddaddy was an Indian. It's all over his face. I'd be like, dang, granddaddy red. Granny got that pretty hair. I was like, and then my butt go and cut my hair off, and I'm like, I got hair like my granddaddy. We told we Indians, we were, because we were speaking life, we speaking the truth, we speaking it. But if y'all go back and look into Dane Calloway's the last video that I just posted on my Facebook, y'all go listen to the story with Cicely Tyson talking to uh Robin Gibbons. It's an incredible. They was doing a play, and I'm telling you, if y'all go back and really listen to a whole bunch of movies, they be having the truth right in your face, but you looking at the entertainment. Because remember, they gotta tell us. They gotta tell us, and they've been telling us. But we were like, oh, that's a good story. Oh, that was a good storyline, and we don't realize that was our story. We be like, what? Because Cicely Tyson is talking to her daughter in the show, which was Robin's Gibbons. She's like, how dare you? How dare you take my mother's name? I mean, she named her daughter after her grandmother, her mother. She named it. She's like, I gave you an Indian name, but you had to go get a book of an African and make yourself proud because you want to have an African name. And it just put a chill in us, because how many of us was trying to change our name to some African name because we thought we was African, and Africans was laughing at us, talking about, yeah, y'all calling yourself black, no such thing as black. And I was like, you just being slapped with the truth and just, and you were like, wait a minute, is it fact or is it true? Because facts can be debated. I was like, I was just being, you just push this way and you hearing things. And I'm just saying, hearing the truth and hearing facts and hearing stuff. You swearing this way, swearing that. We like, wait a minute. And you want to write it down. You want to take a picture. But when I was listening to that story, I was like, whoa. She was saying my mother had 14 kids and she fought off the white man. She did this and she did that. And she was talking about how she taught every single one of her kids. And isn't it funny how we look at us in movies, we breastfeeding their children, we teaching their children, we still go home and teach our own, we still go home and feed them, we still be the head of the household and strong and taking care of our men and taking care of all that. And then they want to hold us down and talk bad, and we the one that's the money and making things beautiful in our own family. That's why I said we got to stay strong, my sisters. You got to stay strong. Stay prayed up, or however you want to say it, meditate, whatever you want to say. Keep your energy. Keep yourself strong. Keep yourself loving you. Take care of you. Take that extra time to meditate. Take the extra time to tell you you are wonderful. You are powerful. You are enough. You are loved. We got to do that. And I do it every day. Y'all be wondering why I be having a big head, because I tell myself I be in the mirror and I be like, I love you. I love you. I know mom be like, what is she doing? I'm speaking to myself, because I was like, this hand may say something, these palms may say something, but I was like, we're going to change that, because somehow that line going to get thicker. And I'll be like, I'm just saying, because When I go like that, that line is thick. When I go like that line is thin. I'm just reading this book and I'm like, yo, but we got to speak that life to us. We have to speak that so we can still be here and see all these things that's coming about. Because our time is coming. Our time is coming. I don't know about y'all, but our time is coming because I'm staying a part of the 13% community. I don't know about y'all, but y'all better get part of that 13% community because all you need is 13%, right? 13%. But anyway, family, anyway, if y'all don't have any questions, and the only reason why I went on this late because I was gonna go on early this morning in case y'all had questions about sex. No, I'm not a sex expert. I know Moonflower Wellness, Herbal Wellness. She's a doula. She specializes in, taking care of the yoni, taking care of, the penis. So if y'all have questions, y'all can sure go on her website. She will help you, either a consultation, you can send an email. But only reason when I was speaking earlier, because I was talking about the acidic sperm. And I wanted to clarify that. I wanted to clarify us when we get yeast infections because we never think about our mate. We don't think about our mate. We don't think about the hands because with the hands, be touchy feely. And some of us can't take the condom. A lot of us wear the tampons way too damn long. We do. We do. We do. They have these pads that you can wear and you can wash them. Wash them. Use vinegar, ladies. Use vinegar. Use vinegar, and you can actually don't even need to use deodorant. You can actually use lemon or limes up under your arms. You're like, what? I'm just telling. I'm just telling you what I do. Telling you what I do. So I just want to make sure I throw that out there. But when I was saying that the men's sperm is acid, why do you think we have, when babies come out with certain things? Babies come out with certain things because we don't realize that's why the blood tests are so vital. The blood tests are so vital because men has acid sperm and women have bad eggs. Same thing when you have children and our milk is wrong. Our milk just is wrong, you know. And we want to know how babies get sick and have all these other things because we got to really look at the truth. And they're not going to tell you that. That's what when you're in child bearing or child rearing ages, you got to make sure you eat clean. You got to eat clean. So I just wanted to speak on that because, and the breastfeed, and I just want us to get down so bad. I mean, okay, so I got a call today, right? I got a call today that it was a 14-month-old full of mucus, clogged up, whole 9 yards. And I said, wait a minute, that ain't nothing but one thing. And I pinpointed and I already know from my own personal, because I had it done with my own children. The child was drinking dairy. Child was drinking dairy from the time it was born. And we have to. From the sound of my voice, if everybody can just say, look, we lactose intolerant, and tell it to our children and make them get it so they know when it's time to feed their own children milk, let them know that they're lactose intolerant. And the cow is the one thing that we shouldn't have because you're going to fill the child full of mucus, full of cold, wondering why they got so much phlegm, so much other stuff coming out. Why didn't they constipated, not going? Because their body is full of that mucus, and the body's just not getting rid of it. Body's not getting rid of it. I mean, I could talk about my own grandchildren because when they eat the cheese and they eat the dairy, and my daughter, I said, yeah, because you put the wrong milk. So she's using the right milk now, but I'm just saying, when you introduce the cow, the kids, you know, that's where we got precocious puberty and all these other things. And the kids already got breasts and shapes and looking like a little woman. The man, a little boy, like a little boy. And you be like, what in the world? Why you got hair? Because we're giving them the growth hormones that they shouldn't be eating because it's coming from the animals. But family, if y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to call it a night. And I really appreciate you guys. But I just wanted to make sure that I share and just go and talk with you guys. And because I thought maybe I had some questions I wanted to talk, but I just wanted to make sure that that I care and you are enough. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And I never like, why she keep going every day live? It's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. If you go back to April 1st and go listen to my podcast, we need to rewire and reshift our DNA. And you're like, how can you change your DNA with all the foods and the fruits, and have less GMO and less different things? Because it's like, of course, we've been taught wrong. Of course, we've been lied to. And some of us is still stuck there and don't even realize that being lied to, pretty much. So to break a habit and to be more successful, the success is in your routine. That's why I said we need to add different things to our routine. But to break a habit, we need to do things past 21 days. So that's why I said I'm gonna make it my mission to come live on this podcast, which is YouTube, a regular video, and make sure I speak longer than 21 days. It was supposed to be straight, but I missed 3 days. I missed the first, I missed the 8th, and I missed the 15th, or I missed day before yesterday. Now, things happen. Things happen. I know I'm taking care of my mom. I can talk about what happened now that, and this happened on the 8th. I lost my car. I can speak a little bit now, but I lost my car, family. Y'all just don't know. I was so embarrassed, but I didn't care. So during the eclipse, your girl was out there trying to find her car. But did she find her car? Hell yeah, she found her car. She found her car. I went out there walking. I didn't care. I went out there walking. I was like, I'm going to find my car. And I found my car. Yeah. It was missing for a whole day. I thought it was towed. I thought it was towed. I was out there at the Dreamville concert and I just thought my car was towed, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I knew exactly where it was parked, but by the time you leaving it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. They started pulling the signs and pull. I was like, wait a minute, because I knew how to walk directly there, but they done moved the things. And I'm like, where's the signs? They done moved the signs, and I'm like, man. So next time, people, make sure I learned so many different things. Make sure you go on your phone. If you got the iPhone, you can pin your location. I don't know if you can pin your location on the on your Android, but you sure can pin your location. Take pictures all around. Remember the side streets and all this other stuff. But I know now. Lesson learned. I know now. But did not get enough sun and vitamin D, and I was out there. I didn't even care. I was just walking. I was sweating. I was thirsty, but guess what? I was on a mission. I was on a mission. I was going to accomplish that mission and find my car, because it had all my money, all my credit cards. It had my laptop. It had half my products in there. I'm just telling you. It was a Sunday evening, and it had all my stuff in there. And I was going to that concert because I was like, I'm going. Listen to Nicki Minaj and J. Cole and a whole lot of other artists, but it was just a beautiful night, beautiful day. Dreamville was just that. It was Dreamville. It was beautiful, very nice, supportive people. But I lost my car, and I was like, man. So I had to go back the next day in Raleigh to find my car, but I found it. But family, yeah. Yes, yeah, it had everything. Even had this camera, it had this lamp, it had it had all of my equipment, because I had took that with me, because I had a podcast I had to do on Sunday. I was on with Eric Thomas, and I was doing I was on live, and I wanted to watch him. So I was thinking that well, we had to show our face, so I had everything set up, and I was just sitting there, long talking, asking questions, having a good time. But trying to think if there's anything I said. But yeah, I was embarrassed. And I was like, no, I'm gonna tell them. Eventually I'm gonna tell you. So now I told you. So that was the reason why that I wasn't on the 8th. So far as the day just got away from me. The day got away from me, just like the other day. I laid down, I was out there painting and cleaning and doing everything, getting everything straight. Yeah, see, my hair is different. See, I actually had to take the locks out and redo my hair. And I didn't know my hair was this long. I had no idea. I was like, wow, my hair really grew. So y'all see my hair is totally different. She hooked me up. She really hooked me up. But the day got away from me because I replanted the garden and I laid down just for a little while. So I laid down. 5 hours later, it was already like a quarter. It was a quarter to 12. And I said, by the time I wake up, come in and put everything together, it'd be after. And it's already the day. And I was like, it's midnight. It ain't gonna count because I really wanted all the dates to be consecutive in YouTube. She's like, oh, she was on every day. She really was on every day. But I take care of my mom. Things happen. Life happens. Life happens. It's me still coming on live, still, at least following up the next day to come out here and talk and just tell my business, run my mouth, and keep speaking about the colon. Keep speaking about the colon. Well, family, I'm going to go. You guys have a wonderful night. I really appreciate you guys. I love you. Appreciate Herbalist Lunar for coming on, being my moderator. Goddess, I love you and miss you. I really do. We definitely got to get up and hang out. I don't know when the next time you're going to be in Georgia, or South Carolina. Maybe, if you up there with Mama D, I would ride up there because I got to see you guys. I love and miss you guys so much. I see that I'm super, super busy, but that's only because I'm running another business. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I love you guys. Peace. Stay up. Love yourself. And please, 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 please talk to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, have gratitude. Tell yourself you love you. Period. Period. But y'all have a good night. Bye, fam.